Welcome to Ellamas Day 7, and this time with a bit of a different lighting because I started to film these looks and I forgot to turn on the Ellamas lights, so I'm really sorry for that, but I think just a little bit of a change up does not hurt. Today is one of the 2 reviews that you will get throughout Ellamas because you actually asked for me to review the Glamlite X Coca Cola Collection. This video is really just about the looks. If you want to see swatches and like first impressions and every single gloss swatched out, I will link down the Swatchflix and Chill video down below that I did with this collection because I unboxed it, I swatched everything, I showed you the packaging. Today it's really just about how do these eyeshadows perform, because if you know my backstory with Glamlite, they burned me twice already, now actually a 3rd time with these, and I'm probably not able to learn, but I really want to learn now. So since you really asked for it in a long form video, I thought let's include this with the red theming into Ellamas. And now with any further rambling, let's head into the 2 looks and a final review. I start with the Cherry Coke palette. And I just realized that there is a shade missing, I think. These are all very mid-tones, so I might have to pull in the Cola palette for the dark black because there is no deepening shade, but we let it roll. And since everything in this palette is so kind of in the same family of tones, let me grab the right brush. Yeah, an angled brush should do. I start with that shade down here. It's a dark burgundy red, not burgundy, purpley red more. And I tap this here on the outer V part, or more like outer third of the lid, and blend it out a bit. So trust the process, please. I take a clean fluffy brush and I start to soften it a bit. I went a bit too far here on the outsides, but that's no problem. I can just wipe it off and then soften it with blending because I will use, of course, other colors too. I now go into that more muted purple here. I blend this on the inner crease part, and then I connect it with the first shade and just keep on blending and mixing. I now go into the darker purple. Maybe we don't need the black. And I use this on the most outer V and other crease to deepen everything. It kind of does the job, it's fine. So I applied my glitter glue now, and I go into the dark shade in the first row first. And I apply this on one half of the lid, on the outer half. And then I go into the second shade in the lower row, and I apply this on the rest of the lid. And I now take the small brush that I used the purple with, and I just run it through the complete crease to diffuse the harsh edges of my shimmer shades. For the liner, I'm using something that hopefully matches. This is Joyride from ColourPop, and I line my waterline with that. Ooh, yes, yes, that fits the vibe. And I go into the dark purple again, and I use this to blend that out. And now I go into this lighter pink up here and smudge this on top and underneath for a more diffused look. And now I tap into the lightest shimmer in the palette and use this as inner corner highlight. And here we have now the finished look. On the lips I went with MAC Half Red and topped it off with House Labs PhD Lip Glaze in Fake. And I just realized I should have used a Glamlite gloss. Well, for the next look I do. Now let's create a look with the Coca Cola palette, and I mean, it is a red palette, so the look is going to be red and black. I don't think that this is a surprise. And I'm start with the second matte here, and I apply this in the crease and bring it up to the brow and try to diffuse it as my transition color. I then go straight into the red, and I'm afraid that this is going to be more pink, but I apply this in my direct crease. It's another red with a lot of pink undertone. It's not as pink as I thought, but it is getting quite pinky-ish. And then I go into the black. This has teeny tiny red shimmer specks to it, but I don't think that they will be that visible. So I apply this now here on the outer V, and then I bring it in the crease. And then with no additional product, I use the brush that I used the red with, and I just blend on top of that. So I applied my glitter glue and I go directly into the metallic red, and that one I apply on the inner part of my lid. Honestly, I do not understand why they made such a difference. Like, you see still the matte red that is turning so pink, while that metallic red here is just the true Coca Cola logo red. I don't get it. But okay, I now go into the third shimmer here, and that one I start to apply in the center and bring it outwards. And I also went back into the red so that I can mix them together where they both meet. And for the sake of using all shades here in the palette, I go into the shimmery black and apply this on the most outer part, so we have a nice gradient on the lid going on. This is actually a very, very pretty, like black grayish metallic shade. That one I do like. I now take the first brush that I used and I just go through the crease to diffuse any harsh lines. You know me, when you wear red eye look, you need some contrast, so I take the Victoria Beckham Satin Kajal in the shade Ash. It's a dark gray, and I line my waterline with that. And then I take this other matte that I haven't used yet, and I smudge it out with that. And then with a small pencil brush, I go into the red and use that slightly underneath to tint it in the red color. All that's left now is inner corner highlight, and for that I take the Silver Can shade and apply this. That's much sheerer than I expected. Let me build that up. Ooh, that's better. That is better now. And here we have now the second finished look. On the lips I went with Sephora lip stain liner in pink tea, and I topped it off with the rusty dark brown red glittery lip gloss from the Cola collection. I am overall very happy also with this second look, but to be honest, when I look very close into this eye look, I think the main reason for that is the red shimmer that kind of tied it together. That red matte sadly is one with too much pink in it, so it does turn, at least on my skin tone, very pink, which is a shame because when you just look at it here in the pan, it's very pretty. Compared to my last experience with Glamlite eyeshadows, which was the Nightmare on Elm Street palette from last year or the year before that. No, it was last year, but I tried it in January of this year. That's the correct order. This is much better, but I do have just a problem with these because, and I don't even think this is possible, but it is, they're too pigmented. They are too much. I don't have a problem with super pigmented eyeshadows. In fact, I enjoy them because it makes detail working much easier when you can do this. But the problem with these just is you just very, very easy are in a process of blending and all of a sudden it's everywhere. I had to wipe off eyeshadow like this underneath the brows a couple times during the two looks because it just went overboard. It was just too much. It blended too much. It is too much pigment in the eyeshadows. Will this heal the dispute that I have with Glamlite? Absolutely not. Do I regret buying this collection? Absolutely not too. I think it's a pretty collection, but that's just the thing with Glamlite. They will catch you mainly with their themings, but for 2025, I don't think that I will get anything more from Glamlite. Just with the shipping experience of this was just hurt again, so I'm done with them. Although I can't say anything too bad about this collection of eyeshadows. The lipsticks, or not lipsticks, the lip glosses, they're very, very nice, and the highlighter, that's another win from the brand. That is something they can do really, really good. Good. So what do you think? Let me know your thoughts down below. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out the rest of Ellamas. And if you're bored and you want to watch the other videos that already went up, there is a playlist link down below. Thank you, and hope I can see you tomorrow.